Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you're listening to this. I must stop doing that because we're not always live. This is live at the moment, but it's people watch this on recorded, don't they? Anyway, hello, wherever you are, and whatever point you are watching this video. Hope you're well. Today we're talking about sales because a lot of people talk to us about sales. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you a thing. I'm going to tell you a thing now. I've just come off the phone with our developers in the States. And we have a chat once a week, but everybody was on today because we have some important news that Instagram is coming. I know a lot of people ask us. Instagram is coming to the software. It's still a few weeks away, but it's nearly there. We obviously trialed it a year ago and there was a few issues, but we're actually going in partnership with another company to get this Instagram, and it'll be on the software, and hopefully next few weeks, hopefully this side of Christmas. Let's hope for that. So Instagram is coming. Don't tell anybody. This is a closed group, so you can't tell anybody. Right, we're talking about sales today because I don't class myself as a salesman, never have. I'm quite comfortable talking in front of people on the phone, on video. When I used to be a superstar DJ, I played in front of 20,000 people, and across Europe I used to work, and that doesn't bother me. But selling to people has always been something which is I don't dread. It's just talking, isn't it? But I always feel that when I go to places like when you have to buy a car or a sofa or something like that the whole process of the salesperson coming to you and trying to close a sale just makes my skin crawl. So I try and sell in a negative way, if you understand what I mean. I'm not trying to be a pushy salesman. If somebody wants something, they'll have it. I'm a big believer in that. I'm also a big believer you don't have long contracts. A lot of partners and our software users say that, should we sign people up for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months? No, don't do that. Sign up for a month, because what is the point of keeping somebody signed into your contract when it's not working for them? And it could not work for them for many, many reasons. It's not just, if something's bad or whatever, but it's usually doesn't have the right fit or whatever. So what's the point of keeping somebody on, logged in, paying every month when it's just going to give them a bad taste in the mouth, and they could start, I don't know how to use the term, but slagging you off on the internet or whatever. And it doesn't work. If it does something, it doesn't work, and it doesn't work for everybody. Thanks a lot. Shake the hand, off they go. So that's the first thing I'm going to say regarding sales is don't time into a long contract. I know a lot of people do. A lot of social media or digital marketing companies do this on advertising bases and stuff like that, and they do sign up. But no, I wouldn't. I'd run everything on a rolling contract, and if you're doing a great job and they're really happy, they will stay with you. So it sort of keeps you on the edge, and it's a good selling technique, because you can say to them, whoa, if you're not happy, you can just go, not a problem, don't worry about that. So don't have long contracts. That's my first point. And the next point is repetition builds reputation. It's a very, very old saying, and it's said by a lot by a very good friend of mine who's been directors of companies and in sales, Mr. Andy Moore, and he's a big believer in that, and I'm a big believer in it as well. And also, repetition and building a reputation works perfectly in the digital market. And I'll give you an example of this. First of all, let me just say, if you haven't got, I'm going to talk about MailChimp in a bit. If you haven't got a MailChimp account, go and get one. It's free. I think you can have 2,500 email addresses on there, and you can send out 5,000 emails a month, or it could be 10,000 actually. And it's totally free, and they build great email templates. But we'll get onto that in a second. So reputation, that is something that you have to build And unfortunately, if you're a new partner or a new partner for about a few months, then it takes time. We've been doing this as a company since 2017, and it's sort of we're finding our feet now. We hit the ground running. I'm not saying we didn't. We got clients within the first few months, brilliant. But it's built and built and built, and now we're paying the rewards or the dividends of how we structured ourselves at the beginning. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. So we're going to share the screen as we always do. Here we go. Press the button. Brilliant. Now we have a couple of blogs that we use. This is the one which is on the hub, and this is interesting because this blog is is a paid for blog, and people advertise on here, and they pay us to do so because we get so much traffic on the website. They pay us to put their post on there or their blog. Now, if we just look at one of these blogs, you can't go and find this. These companies approach you, unfortunately, and it's when you've got a lot of numbers on your page and lots of viewing, and they can check all that out. But this, you can actually use Social Swell. That's a point. You could use Social Swell and increase your web numbers traffic if you want to go for this type of thing. But they send you they send us a couple a month, and they send you the pictures, which is all cleared for use, headlines, loads of the text, and hyperlinks inside the text. Now, this is where they get their money from, and this is why they pay us to put this on, because these links go to like this one here, and that one, and that one goes to landing pages or websites of businesses that have paid them to advertise them, and then they build a little bit of script and they put it actually on into a format that people can use as a blog. Now, they tell you straight away that you can use these blogs in your own name as if you've written them. They're pretty cool in that. All they ask is that you use the picture and you make sure the links are there. So this is the one of the blogs that we use, but this is not what we're actually going to talk about. But let me just tell you, when you do start doing your own blogs, then you can come and just rip these off, cut and paste away, put them under your own name. It's all cool. It's all good. It's all cleared. Keep the URL links in there, obviously, but it's all good to go. You can grab all this data and send it out. Now, our main blog newsletter as such goes out on a Sunday morning, and it's called the Sunday Morning Briefing. Now, we use this the Sunday morning one goes out at 8:15 every Sunday, and it's done that for since 2017, and that's how we've built up our followers on that on the mailing list. So we put out some content every Sunday morning, and that can be, the paid blog that is used, or it's content that I've been sent, or it's content we have been written, or it's free to air content, which is free to use content. And we build this, and we use MailChimp to do this. But this, it says Sunday Morning Briefing, but this gets all our mail shots here. So there's a lot of stuff about partners and stuff. But I'm just trying to find one from last Sunday. Yeah, no. I will go to MailChimp and find that. Oh, no, here we go. 55 essential web design stats to start your online strategy in 2020 and beyond. So that's a nice bit of information. Now, there is a reason why we do this. It's not just to educate. It is to educate people because people do need educating on how digital marketing and social media works. And we always try and put a very small amounts of text in the Sunday briefing, and a nice graphic, which always works well because people don't like reading, but they like to look at pictures. Believe me, it's true. So this is a nice graphic that we find, and a little bit of text, and we send that out every Sunday without fail. It goes out every Sunday. Now, sometimes you get high numbers. We can actually look at the campaigns through MailChimp. That one on Sunday had 489 opens and 11 people clicked it, which is good because there's nothing actually to click on here. There's a bit to read and some and the graphic to read as well, which is bigger obviously on a phone. But those 11 clickers are possibly clicking down here because we've built all our advertising down here as well. All the websites, all the social media, all the social software is all down there, and that's a partner advert as well. So out of that, those 489 people have opened the email. 11 people have clicked it, which is great. Doesn't cost a penny. This doesn't cost a penny because they are, as I say, MailChimp is free. It's free to use as long as you hit a certain number, or don't go above a certain number. And it is great. I mean, we build loads of stuff. Now, we're on a paid system because we've got 5,666 followers, which we've built up since 2017. And we probably send out 10,000, 15,000 emails a month. So it's, and I'm probably more than that, over 20,000 actually, because obviously we've got 5,000 followers. Now, they don't all get big hits. You know, there was one there about the partnership deal, 62 opens, but there was one up here, which was a sign-up one. Here we go, which was about the last day of our deal that we were doing for partners. 1,181 people opened it. 26 people clicked on something inside there, which hopefully was a filling out form section. Now, why do we talk about this? Why does this work? Well, as I say, repetition builds reputation. And this is where the important bit comes. I'm going to go back to big screen again because it's you don't really need to see that. If you send out an email every Sunday, I'm banging the table and making the camera wobble because this is important. If you send out an email once a week to your followers, and you'll only start with 5 or 10, don't forget you can use the lead generating app. That's you do get into a dodgy area with the GDPR, but has anybody been done by GDPR? No. And MailChimp is great because if you do collect that data from our lead generating app and shove all the email addresses into MailChimp, there's a massive unsubscribe button on the email. So if people don't like it, they can hit the unsubscribe button and they'll never get, they're blocked with your account, then they'll never get another email, which is the way we get around GDPR, because we're not spamming people as such, because we're giving them the option never to see you again. And if people do come knocking on your door, which they don't, you know, I'm saying this on a closed group, obviously, you can say, well, we got this from, they signed up to it and whatever, because they probably read something here or signed up there or asked for information, and that's how we work it. But we always make sure there's an unsubscribe button on there, and you can show them the emails because you can't get rid of it. It's there all the time. So you send an email out every single week with our content. You know, the Sunday morning blog. As I say, you can grab that. You can grab the other blogs, cut and paste it, put it into your own email, send it out there, build your own adverts, click here to buy social media, whatever you want to do. Have a play with it, because we have customers that pop up and buy products from us or services, and they have been on our list for years. We had a customer a few months back who joined the mail. We double checked. He joined our mailing list in 2018, I think it was, middle of 2018. We'd never spoke to him, but he joined it, and or he inquired about a product, and it automatically gets onto the MailChimp list. 2 years it took him to buy something, because it's there every week. Repetition. It's a really great sales model, because it kept it in the forefront of his mind, only once a week for a couple of hours. But at that one point, he thought, oh, I need this. And he bought something. So repetition builds reputation. And repetition builds sales as well, you could say. So get MailChimp. It's important. It's free, which is more important. Load up your email addresses from the Lead Finder app, which is free for you to use. It will be on sale soon because we're going to actually offer that service as part of our sales service. It's not going to be much. I think it's going to be, for every application you put in, it's going to be like £3 or £4 or something. But it's a service that people actually use, because we trialed this out a couple of days ago and as a free 24 hours to try, and a lot of people tried it, and a lot of people are really happy with it. But for you, it's free all the time. It's part of your partner package. So get those lists in. Start building those lists up. When somebody inquires about a product on email, grab their email address, put it into MailChimp. Do it. It's important. Build mail lists, because you can get your content out there every single week, which you could write yourself, or, as I keep saying, cut and paste it from our hub, and you can just use it and be happy all day long. I'm really happy with it. Just obviously cut out Social Command and put in your own names, but that's how you want to do it. So get MailChimp, get your lead app working, get the emails on there, download them, put them into a nice file, upload them up to MailChimp, and get those emails going out. Repetition builds reputation. I think that's about it. I've sort of ranted today, haven't I? I just wanted to make sure to get across, because sales are important, and I really want everybody to get a sale, all the new partners, within the first 4 or 5 weeks. I need you to get a sale within the first 4 or 5 weeks. I'll be happy as Larry if you do that, which is excellent. So get MailChimp, get your lead app going, and cut and paste all day long from our blogs and Sunday morning briefing. So that's it. Repetition builds reputation. Education sessions, Social Command. We'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.